Hi there guys, I've got another one of these pedals that's just been lent to me by a friend, and I'm just trying it for the hell of it. This is very much my jam, and the reason for that is that it's very similar to my small fry burn unit, which has been my main overdrive pedal for probably about 8 years. I've got a couple of clips of that so you can hear the two back to back because they really are very similar. And whilst the controls are labelled as different things, they're also very similar to the controls available on this. But yeah, I like this a lot. This is the Diablo Okko. It's hand-built in Germany. So you've got a couple of unusual kind of controls on here. You've got a gain. The plus is basically for the secondary button. Now this plus thing is not an additional gain. It ramps it up to 10 regardless of where your gain control is set. So if your gain control is set on maximum, you hit the plus, it's not really going to do too much other than add some kind of harmonic content. But if you have the gain on halfway, stepping on this would then put it to full gain. So that's quite useful in a live environment for having a sort of a rhythm channel and then a lead boost, although the volume is not going to come up noticeably, but the gain will. Your tone is, any standard tone control level. Body is sort of like the dynamics control on the burn unit in that it does affect the compression and the mids a little bit. And the feed you can sort of think of as being a bass control. That's at least what it says in the manual. And I would say that's about accurate. The great thing with the feed is that if you were stacking this into something that is already driven, you're going to get a lot of bass well up. And the feed would go a good way to attenuating that, or it could thicken the sound. You also have a control on the top here that I'm not going to show you because I don't think you're really going to hear this. This is something that you feel. This is basically the voltage. So at 9 volt, it's a little bit more compressed. It feels nice to play on. And at 18, it's a little bit more open sounding, which again would be good for stacking drive on drive. But not something that I feel like you're going to hear the difference. It's something that you're really going to feel the difference. My preference was for the 9 volt setting. I like compressed sounds, and so everything you're going to hear in the isolated examples is going to be at 9 volt. So let me play some isolated examples. All in all, I really dig this, and it's a good substitute for the burn unit, which they don't make anymore. They did re-release this, but it has a 3-position switch instead of the constantly variable dynamics control, which is one of the main selling points for me about this and why I still use it. This is a killer pedal. It doesn't obviously have the dynamics, but the body control up here on the top left does affect the compression. So does the voltage switch, and you can get a very thick sound using the feed control. So yeah, I really dig this, and yeah, it would be a good alternative for me if my burn unit broke at any point. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Later.